I'd like to introduce to you a big welcome to Colleen. Hello, Colleen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very, very well, thank you. Thanks for taking time out in your touring and writing schedule to come and talk to us. Where are you at the moment?
We are just driving from New York to Philadelphia.
How far is that?
We've been driving a lot. It's not as scenic as some of our other drives, but it's not going to be a long one today. So
that's good. At least you're going to get some rest. Your debut album, Boo Hoo Hoo, came out in 2013, I should say. And last year you came to the UK, and you're going to be returning in May to grace our shores with a gig in Dublin on the 21st, and then 5 dates in the UK. Tell us a little bit about your experience last time you were here.
It was really quick. I mean, we were just in the UK. We did a lot of interviews at the hotel, and we had a great show at the Black Heart in Camden that was just packed. It was awesome. It was really, really fun. I'm looking forward to going back and spending a little bit more time there and seeing outside of London. I've been to London a few times, so I haven't really been anywhere else on your rock over there. So I'm looking forward to sort of exploring it more. And the Dot to Dot Festival is going to be neat. Looking forward to seeing how that's all going to pan out.
Of course, because you've got 3 dates there, haven't you? You've got Manchester, Bristol, and
That's
Boston.
right. And it's a traveling festival, which I haven't really seen before. Because I'm wondering, it's going to be amazing to see how they managed to move a whole bunch of rock fans from one place to the next smoothly.
That's a logistical nightmare in the making there, isn't it, really, when you think about it? You got, like you say, a bunch of...
It will certainly be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you'll enjoy Nottingham, most certainly.
Do you have any suggestions for us that we have to check out?
Oh, yes. You can go to the Last Trip to Jerusalem. It's the oldest pub in the whole of the United Kingdom, and it is underneath Nottingham Castle.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Very cool.
You've got to check it out.
Yeah.
By the way, this interview does come with a free TripAdvisor as well. It's brilliant.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm getting the most out of it, of course.
Absolutely. The album, going back to the album, it feels to me that you've been here forever. It's very strange to explain. Certainly from a vocal perspective, listening to the subtleties of the voice, you seem like an old soul in a young body. I bet you've been told that quite a few times, haven't you?
What? That I sound older?
Like an old soul in a young person.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Where do you think that comes from with you?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's just the blues. I think it's just the underlying. It's maybe being affected by it. I don't know. It seems like it's a universal sort of tie between some people that heaviness. I guess. I don't know. You know, some people that, I certainly know some people that have very useful souls. I don't know. I guess it's a good thing. It's a thing.
Absolutely. I mean, you've cited some of your heroes and influences like Tina and obviously the Rolling Stones and Diana Ross and, of course, Nina Simone, of which you've done a cover of a version of Work Song. So what for someone of your age group, what attracted you to those artists in the first place? Was it like a peer or an adult who introduced you to them first?
Well, I remember listening to the Supreme sort of in the car and stuff, but really at the ending of, I wasn't really aware of music. I remember watching that movie, My Girl.
Yeah. And
really at the ending, the Temptation song comes on, and I was really affected by that. I used to like musicals a lot when I was growing up, but there was something about, I don't know, the 50s and 60s that really appealed to me when I was a little kid. I just was kind of obsessed with the movie stars from that time and the singers and the styles and the cars and the Barbies and, I don't know, the dresses and all that stuff. It just seemed like, I don't know, when you closed the car door that came from, 1962, you better hope you didn't get your finger caught because it's probably take it right off. One of those old folks gets into an accident with a new car. It's like, you barely even get the scratch on it and the new car will be demolished. It was just a different time when things were kind of changing a lot and built to last, and we were coming into the modern era with, full force.
It's a throwaway society now, and I guess back then it was a bit different because, the old man would keep the car for 20 years if he could, because what's the point in having a new one?
Exactly. I still have a mixer, a KitchenAid mixer for baking and stuff.
Yeah.
It's from the 50s and it works like a charm.
Oh,
the motor, Now they have foresight when people make things. They know that if they make them to last, then they'll never make any money, so that people won't actually keep buying them.
Consumer world.
I don't know. The music during that time really reflected that. It was a time of great change and sort of upheaval and discovery. And I've always been attracted to it. Always been a little bit sort of obsessed with that time.
It's one. I mean, the lyrics tell the story, but the voice tells the truth. I feel when it comes to singers and songwriting. Certainly listening to this album, there's some unspoken truths have been told there for sure. Are you conscious of how much you bear your soul on your music, and is it something that's a bit of the heart, or
try not to think of it about it too much, and it's kind of like you just sort of have to close your eyes and jump off, like Cliff with those kinds of songs. Sometimes it feels good, and so that's why I do it. I guess you're just trying to find the truth inside of it, and whatever comes through, hopefully people will relate. I can't really help it. I don't really know how else to do it. I can really hide if I tried. I don't think.
No, it's almost like an emotion, I guess, isn't it? It's another emotion. Or certainly a release of an emotion. So. But tell us a little bit about the album, how it was put together. Did you have much involvement in say the production side as well as the performance?
Well, Ian has worked with Warren Lindsay before a few times, I think many times, and he was a good friend who sort of swooped in when we didn't have a lot of money, and we kind of made a deal with him. Mm-hmm. And we mostly the production on that album. I mean, it's pretty what you hear is what you get. I mean, we didn't put any bells and whistles on it or anything. I didn't have very much to do with it. No, not that time around. I was pretty brand new to it all. But there are a few of the songs that you hear on the album were actually written and recorded without Warren, and I was a little bit more involved with the sound of that. They were recorded more recently. Quite a few of those songs were recorded a few years ago. Mm-hmm. And then Devil on My Back, September Moon, and Work Song were added just a few months before it was released in the UK. And those were written more by the band. Those ones that Warren did Warren's actually British.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we kind of co-produced a lot of those songs with him, and then co-produced them with some other engineers. We try and keep it pretty clean.
I mean, when you put the band together, there's an interesting story about Eric Campbell. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
What about it? How I found him in a phone book.
Well, you found him in a phone book.
Actually inside the phone book. He was hiding in there. No, I couldn't get a hold of him, and he didn't have a cell phone, and he didn't have Facebook, and all I had was his name, and I knew where he lived, and he was 18, so I figured he probably lived with his parents. And parents seem to be the only people that have house phones anymore, landlines, as we call them. And it took a few tries. It was pretty miraculous, and I managed to actually track him down through the Yellow Pages.
What made you do that? I mean, in terms of you thought, right, that's the right fit. That's exactly the person I need. I've got to hunt this person down.
Well, I've been looking for people to collaborate with my whole life, and it's been kind of a struggle. And just when we were on stage together, I didn't even know his name, and we're connecting and speaking a language that, us were fluent in. That it was just comfortable right away. Mm. It was exciting. It was exciting and comfortable and dangerous, but I trusted I don't know, his style and talent right off the bat.
It's quite a comforting thing when you find somebody like that. I mean, from my perspective, when I was out performing, I'd connect with certain musicians where a certain look or even a gesture, a physical gesture of some variety would invoke that sort of connection. You wouldn't have to know the song per se.
So much body language.
Yeah.
There's so much body language involved. It's a delicate dance, almost like you do with a lover. You're trying to make love to this piece of music together, you know? And you have to, be quite physically in tune with one another while you're on stage. And just, body language and facial expression and being able to read one another and sort of know where they're going to go before they get there, based on, I don't know, the way they move their hips or their feet or, it's funny. It's a delicate dance, but sometimes gets a little messy.
It is, and it's very difficult to explain to somebody who's not experienced it, and it's a very strange kind of unspoken physical relationship. Tell us a little bit about your upcoming tour schedule, what you're up to and where can we get to see you?
That's a really good question. Let me have a look here. What are we doing?
Well,
you are going, pardon me?
Shall we have a look at it together? Because I have it in front of me.
Let's have a look at it together. So yes, from Philadelphia, we're going to go right to Dublin, which will be cool. And then the Dot to Dot Festival. We're playing the Workman's Club in Dublin. Mm-hmm. I think I believe it's on Temple Bar. I'm really excited to go there. I have Irish ancestry, so I'm excited to go back. I've been there a few times. So that's on the 21st, and then the Dot to Dot Festival, Manchester on the 23rd, Bristol on the 24th, and Nottingham on the 25th. And I guess we've got a couple of days off, it would appear, and then we're going to find ourselves at Brudenell, Leeds, and then the Garage upstairs in London on the 29th of May.
That sounds fantastic. And then you're off over to Europe after that. Yeah,
then we're going to Paris for the 30th. Like the very next day after we play London, we're playing Paris, which is going to be a trip. And then we go to Amsterdam for the first, we're playing at the Paradiso, which I understand is quite the legendary venue.
Yes.
Excited about that.
Absolutely.
Very excited about that.
You're going to love Amsterdam.
And then I've been to Amsterdam once. It was just for a long layover. I really enjoyed it. So I really love the canals and the architecture there. And then we head to Germany, where we start in Hamburg and we're in Dortmund and Frankfurt and Dresden and Berlin. And then we get so funny at the end of our great worldwide, well, not worldwide, but Atlantic Ocean straddling tour. We end in Edmonton, Alberta on June 25th.
That's the icing on the cake.
Just little Edmonton, Alberta, no big deal.
I think it's rather poignant. I really do. And while you're on the road, are you making preparations for the next album, maybe?
Yeah, we have a lot of songs ready for the next album. We're looking forward to recording it when we get back and releasing it in the new year.
Well, that's great. And we look forward to having you over here again and on tour, and we wish you the very best of luck with that. I'd like to say thank you very much.
We can't wait to come back. We can't wait to come back. We're really excited. I can't wait to be back in England. It's going to be really fun.
Well, we're very lucky to have you. Thank you very much for joining us.
It was nice talking to you. Have a good day.
And you.